When men think about physical attraction, they usually assume that women are looking for the same things that men are also looking for. You know, the six-pack abs, the bodybuilder physique. But the reality is a little different, especially when we're talking about men who are over the age of 40, right? Because as men get older, a lot of women stop looking at the typical aesthetics. They stop focusing on the youthful aesthetics and they start paying attention to other things. They pay attention to his confidence, signs of vitality, and self-care. So in other words, women start noticing the parts of a man's body that reveal how much care he puts into himself, that reveal how well he takes care of himself. So in this video, I'm talking about 5 body parts that women typically notice in men over the age of 40. And also what those body parts actually communicate about you. And of course, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you agree or if you don't agree, and what body parts you think that women pay attention to. So let's get into it. So number 1 is the shoulders. And I feel like the shoulders is something that signals strength, especially in a man's physique. It's wider at the top, narrower at the waist. So it's like the biggest indicator of like strength and also masculinity. But what makes shoulders particularly interesting is that they also signal activity levels. So if a man is in his 40s and his 50s and he still has relatively well-built shoulders, it usually means that he's still doing things like strength training. He's active physically, he's playing some type of sports, or he's at the very least staying active. And it shows that he hasn't completely abandoned his health. That matters because when women see a man who still looks physically capable at that age, it signals vitality and energy. So not necessarily that bodybuilder size, just strength that looks natural, that looks maintained. So fellas, if you want to maintain those strong shoulders, there are a few exercises that can make a huge difference. One being an overhead shoulder press. One of my favorites. You can do this with dumbbells. You can do this with a barbell. Number 2 are lateral raises and face pulls. So these exercises help build that round, developed shoulder look that just creates a strong upper body frame. Number 2 are the forearms and the hands. Now, this might sound a little strange at first, but think about it. Your hands are one of the most visible parts of your body in everyday life. So people see them when you shake their hands. People see them when you gesture while you're walking, when you hold a drink, or even when you just rest your arms on a table. So strong, well-developed forearms just tend to signal functionality and capability. So they suggest that a man still uses his body, that he lifts things, that he works with his hands, he exercises, or he just maintains some form of physical activity or some level of physical engagement. And clean, well-groomed hands also communicates that he pays attention to details. So it's not just about size, it's also about the overall presentation. And also as men get older, maintaining muscle in the arms can actually make someone look years younger than they actually are. So if you want to build stronger arms, you want to focus on exercises like bicep curls, tricep dips, and push-ups. So these exercises targets both the front and the back of the arms, which just helps create that balanced athletic look. Next is a man's posture, and this has to do with his back. And I think this is probably the most powerful visual cue of them all. You can learn a lot about someone by just watching how they stand, how they sit, how they walk into a room. So good posture is shoulders back, chest open, upright spine, and all of these things just communicate confidence, physical health, energy, and poor posture, on the other hand, can often make someone look tired, older, or even less confident. And the truth is, 2 men can literally have the same physique, but posture can make all the difference. So the one that has better posture will almost always appear more stronger and more confident, as opposed to the person who has poorer posture. And this is why training your back muscles, particularly the upper back, is so important, especially as you age. So having strong back muscles naturally supports better posture, which immediately changes how someone looks and how that person carries themselves. So your back muscles support your spine and help you maintain that upright posture. Some of the best exercises to help you build strength in your back and just improve your overall back definition are lat pull downs, pull-ups, and dumbbell back rows. You can use a cable, you can use a dumbbell, you can use a barbell, you can use machines. So these exercises build width in the upper body while also strengthening the muscles that build posture. And honestly, I'm going to throw in deadlifts in there as well because it does help build strength in your lower back. Then we have the waist and the torso. And this is not necessarily whether someone has visible abs or not. So I'm not even talking about like having a six pack here, but it's whether or not the midsection looks relatively maintained and just relatively lean. Having a trim waist is the biggest lifestyle indicator. Like this lets you know what type of diet this person has. This lets you know how much self-control this person has. So essentially just their lifestyle habits, okay? So one being physical activity. It lets you know that person's physical activity level. I mentioned food, so balanced nutrition, moderation with alcohol, and just general self-discipline. And someone who has excess fat around their midsection tends to suggest the opposite, which is that this person probably haven't really been paying attention to or prioritizing their health and their body. And the truth is, maintaining a healthy, relatively lean waistline at the age of like 35 and above, that takes a lot of intentional effort. It's not as easy. And this is why that makes it a very strong signal of self-care. So the broader the shoulders relative to the waistline ratio is going to determine how athletic the body is going to look. So if you want to maintain a strong midsection, number one is your nutrition. There's no cutting corners when it comes to that. And when you are paying attention to what you're eating, if you're in a calorie deficit, then you can build a strong core by doing exercises like cable crunches. You can do hanging leg raises. You can do planks. And of course, for me, I love doing like 35-minute walks like 5 days a week. So cardio is also essential as well. Finally, I saved the best for last. And if you guessed it, yes, it is the chest. So a man that has a well-developed chest, just relatively developed, like you can tell that he pays attention to his upper body area. It just makes him look stronger and more upright. It makes him look more capable. It naturally improves posture and it gives the upper body a lot more structured appearance, right? The chest muscles help support that open, upright posture. So if you want to develop your chest, some of the best exercises are pretty simple, but they are extremely effective. So one, I would recommend definitely a bench press, whether you're doing it with barbells, whether you're doing it with dumbbells. Push-ups again here are also really great. Also, I love cable chest flies or machine chest flies. Those are really, really great for your inner pecs as well to build that chest separation. Those are really, really good exercises to throw into your routine. You can also do an inclined dumbbell chest press. These movements just target different areas of your chest and it helps create that fuller, stronger upper body look. Now, the bigger picture here is that these 5 body parts don't require you to have some sort of like a bodybuilder physique. It's not about having the extreme aesthetics. This just reveals how well someone maintains themselves as they age. So broader shoulders can signal strength. Forearms show functionality. Your posture shows confidence. And your waistline reveals your lifestyle habits. And together, these signals paint a picture of a man who is very intentional about his health, his body, and just overall taking care of himself. Again, aging is inevitable, but how someone ages physically and mentally is largely influenced by their lifestyle choices and their lifestyle habits. So staying active, maintaining muscle mass, taking care of your health, eating good foods, and carrying yourself with confidence, those things become far more noticeable than just shaping your body and having extreme aesthetics. Because at the end of the day, attraction is more than youth. It's more so about vitality. And if you don't know where to begin, if you're looking for structured plans, programs, nutrition guides, my cookbook, make sure you check out all of my links down below in my description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know down below in my comments. And like I said, let me know your thoughts down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Feel like in the nighttime, watch what she do when the light shine.